expect everything to be easy. You can't expect to win every possible matchup. Sometimes you have to lose and learn and lab and find a way to fight it. But as long as there is a way to fight it, even if it's disadvantage, if there is a way, then that's fine.
All right, well, let me tell you, we're gonna find.
Who will stop this carnage?
Whoa, let's go. Live in the stream. How should I get in contact with you to get on Red Center for time to time? Dude, always hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. That's the best way. I've been getting about 200 to 300 mentions a day, so don't feel bad if you send me 2 of them. But Dust Sculptor, I'm just going to follow you anyway. Just tag me right now and I'll follow you anyway. So you can have a better, you can just DM me. I always check my DMs first and check my mentions afterwards. Thank you very much, Dust Sculptor, for donating $50. Jesus, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Dust Sculptor's, I just met him when this game came out. But damn, man, he is a huge supporter. He's awesome. Thank you so much. Dust Sculptor, if you go to Evo, let me know. Let me buy you dinner. I would love to take you out. That sounded weird. I said, let me take you out.
Yeah, that was weird. In reality, I think, one thing I do respect a lot about Sonic Fox is how much he puts into the game work-wise. He's obviously tremendously talented. What I like the most about him is the kid appreciates what he has. He will play anyone, no matter who you are. And he'll play you as long as you want to play. We should all do that. We should all have the same attitude as Sonic Fox. But the person I'm looking forward the most to playing, the 2 are Theo and Foxy Grampa. And Denzel. The 3 of them and myself, I think, are very cerebral players, and I think I can learn a lot using Sub-Zero against those 3 players. I think they'll make me think a lot harder than most others. No, I don't care about nobody giving me games. They'll give me games when Sub-Zero comes out. I don't really care about that. I don't really give a shit about that. No, I don't care about that. No. I'm just saying Sonic Fox is just... He appreciates... Some people take for granted what they have. Without these people watching these streams, that attend these tournaments, that watch, we wouldn't have anything. No one would know who we were. Nobody would care. Nobody would give a shit. None of us are anything without you guys that are watching right now. We're just a bunch of people playing a fucking game that nobody cares about. And he doesn't take that for granted. And I think some people do.
Deadshot wins.
Let me just say this right now. You people right now that are saying, Tom, shut up about Sub-Zero, how dumb are you? Because in 2 weeks you're going to be saying, LOL, pig, get Tom on here to talk about Sub-Zero. You people are morons. You people are retards. Like how I just say don't respect them and I'm calling them retards. But,
Hey, Jason, is that good stuff or bad stuff? Where'd Jason go? What'd you do with Jason?
Begin.
Tom.
Oops. There we go. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm here. Yes. It is the middle stuff right now. I'm all ears on Tom.
what's the score right now? Did David play a game yet? What's the score? I didn't see the end of the first game.
Tom killed Jason. Yeah,
All right, look, guys,
so
I'll tell you what, guys. Since this stream doesn't want to talk about Sub-Zero, I don't want to hear one word about getting me to talk about Sub-Zero on the Sub-Zero Red Hot Sunday, because clearly you guys are telling me to not mention Sub-Zero.
No. You can't back out of
Hold on a
Red
minute.
Hot Sub Days. You can't back out of Red Hot Sub Days.
Wait, all I'm saying, does this make sense? These people cannot tell me that they never want to hear me talk about Sub-Zero again, and then in 3 weeks come on here and demand that I talk about Sub-Zero and play him. How stupid does that sound? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What's the score here, by the way?
It's 1-0 Foxy. Tom, have you ever lost the Sub-Zero mirror? That's what Theo's asking.
An MKX, yeah, but figure that wasn't the real Sub-Zero mirror. An MK9, one time and one time only.
Who, Manson?
No. You guys wouldn't want to see that mirror, I promise. No offense at all. I really don't mean it offensively. I honestly don't. No, only once. But not really. Not really at all.
Okay.
I'm just reading the chat. Somebody said.
I didn't listen. I play this account. Man, I don't give a shit about it. You can't play me 2.5 years after I play the game. That's like knocking Muhammad Ali out like last year. Come on, man. They don't give you a belt. They put you in prison.
Okay, Theo's asking about Marvez.
I did play Marvez. Again, I don't want to talk about the situation. I beat this was the tournament where you could lose 3 times.
3 times.
So
yeah, devastation.
So I beat Marvez twice in pools, and then he still got to get put back in the winners bracket of the tournament. So we're not going to go on. I beat him twice in the tournament. Then I beat him in a money match. So I beat him 3 times and lost 1. Get the winners. And then after the tournament, I think it was like, I don't know, it wasn't very good in Sub-Zero Mirror for him either. I don't want to get into that one particular situation in that mirror because I don't want to bring up anyone's names. I just don't want to get into it. I lost. He played better. You know, he deserved to win. But that was the only time I've ever lost. The Sub-Zero mirror. So, but you know, he did what he made the. He was the better player. He outplayed me, and I don't want to make any excuses about it. So it did happen once.
Okay.
But it did happen once. So.
Let me see. Sorry, just reading. I was also just reading the chat. We were just talking about different stuff.
I wish Marvez still played. He ended up being pretty good. He used his Liu Kang actually won his pool at the second Evo, and that pool was pretty stacked. Had newbie. That pool was pretty stacked, to be honest with you. That he had, I think mustard was in it or something, or no, ketchup was in it. I forget which one. That pool was pretty stacked that he won at Evo. So Marvez did really well.
So
what is it?
Foxy's dead shot is super smart. Sorry, I'm just watching the matchup, just watching how he treats it. He's just walking back, shot. Just he's spacing his anti-airs,
right?
And that's all he's doing. And just firing some single shot threats.
Yeah.
He actually meter burn hit confirmed that. That was interesting.
What's really good about Deadshot is that
I want to ask. I legit, and I'm not trying to. I'm never trying to do that. I think one time before I had Playing to Win, then I had Foxy on, and I think because of that, Playing to Win learned a lot. But I severely want to ask Whiteboi, what the fuck is the big difference between Playing to Win and Foxy? Because I mean, it just seemed like Playing to Win was doing the same thing, but Whiteboi was always closer to him. So I'm trying to figure out what it is Foxy's actually doing to keep him.
Foxy doesn't always do shot unless he's at a certain range.
Yeah, Atrocitus and Deadshot would be a very deadly team.
Yeah, I know. I'll never make top 8 with Sub-Zero in this game. I heard I wasn't going to make top 8 for 25 years, and I'll hear it for the next 25 years. So it doesn't really. I don't really care.
I will say about the matchup, it definitely looks like Foxy is not backdashing whatsoever. He's just slowly tip-tapping, walking backwards.
Yeah.
He's not freaking out. He's freaking out less under pressure. He's also doing less meter burn rifles, and I thought he hit confirmed that when he saw him jump in the air and the first bullet was going to hit. Then he like meter burned it. That could have been a thing, or maybe he just made a read. But a couple of times, he just went straight to the ground, did meter burn rifle, Playing to Win, and actually it happened to Foxy too. Then Whiteboi teleported, makes a huge punish.
No, that's not true, Tweety. Raptor is going to go back to NetherRealm for the next testing and saying, so I played Tom Sub-Zero in Injustice 2. Can you please stop making this character again? And then Raptor's son 20 years from now is going to say, can you please stop making Sub-Zero in this game? Or can you go back to MKX Sub-Zero so that, you know, Tom can struggle again? I mean, this stage seems a little smaller. Like, yeah, who did we used to have that used to talk about, you know, do the stage map out for us, like who's the biggest stage, smaller stage. So this stage is a little smaller, so.
Oh, Fortress, yeah.
Yeah, Fortress is a little smaller.
Okay, have
so.
you guys measured the stages?
Yeah, I haven't measured all of them, but I know Fortress is. I don't think it's the smallest, but it's
Right.
smaller.
Just going back to the match. I'm basically Foxy is moving forward more than he's moving backwards, and when he's doing the straight shots, he's actually not moving back very much. Now he's got a corner to his back, so I'm expecting a meter burn roll soon. But actually, no, he's just holding fort down. He dashes in for back one. I'm very curious how he's going to get out of this. If he's going to do a meter... Oh, no, he's actually just creating physical space just by with the meter burn rifle. And then I thought he was going to jump over to try to get to the left side. No, push box. Yeah, he's probably looking at the health deficit now and just saying, I can probably just win this straight up. I would clash and just reestablish position.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
push
where
box.
it gets tough.
20%. You could have got 20%. Now you let him get health back. But it is good to force the clash because now you kind of reset the positions a little bit.
In theory, the closet stuff with Deathstroke Deadshot is that back one string. Like that's sometimes Deadshot players get more damage off the back one string than the zoning.
Risky wake up there. Oh, nice. Nice, calm. He didn't move backwards. He didn't jump. He didn't backdash. He just sat there and said, "This is my range. This is your home. You got to come to me." I'm just going to put a bullet in you. That was interesting. Foxy, you know who Foxy plays Deadshot like? He plays Deadshot like he played Kenshi in Mortal Kombat 9 in the third year of the game. I always said Foxy Grampa was the second best Kenshi in Mortal Kombat 9. He was always the second best Kenshi.
Oh, somebody said downloaded.
Nah, Buffalo, Sub-Zero was bad, man. There's either Sub-Zero was bad or we were all just bad players and couldn't place higher than 9th because we all sucked.
Oh, Night of Dark 1, thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess that could be it, but I mean, maybe that was it. And I'm just not saying it.
You damn right I give myself props. No one even came close to my shit. Everybody can hold that. So I'm going to have Samij. Someone said whiteboy.zip. That's awesome. We're going to have Samij versus Whiteboi next. After Samij versus Whiteboi, we're going to have Rewind versus Whiteboi, and that's going to be the last one.
This has got to be
the
small. I'll be surprised if this area is not the smallest. This is a pretty small area on the stage.
Yeah,
no, it's not the smallest. It's pretty small though.
I wonder if it's smaller than Fortress. It kind of, I mean, it kind of.
Fortress, but it looks really small, right? I mean, like, it's clear. It's
pretty close.
Maybe like mid-size. Let's take a situation for Whiteboi here. He should probably just approach super slow. That's not,
crouched up. Yeah.
You can only chip him like that, and if he spends all of his bar, it's still not gonna. I would make Foxy have to go through all his bar just to tie it up.
Wow, that push ball was actually kind of smart.
Yeah, but see, he still has all this bar too. That's the thing. Right. So he definitely
he's gaining it back pretty well. I mean, he's getting was getting it back pretty fast. I mean,
you can definitely see it's hard for him to build meter. You see what I'm saying? Now it's just.
Right.
Hey Tom, would you say that Silver Eye had one of the best Sub-Zeros?
In what?
Mortal Kombat 9.
Silver Eye? I like Silver Eye, man. I think I would pull an Emperor Theo. Like I would beat him in the mirror 100-0 and say, but some of the rounds were close. The Theo special. Like what was the score? 20-0, but I mean, a couple times, the rounds were close.
That is the Theo special. That's the biggest bullshit. Theo's a bullshit artist when it comes to that.
And the second Theo special.
God, man, have you ever played this guy? This guy's really good. And then you're like, well, what was the score? Well, I won 30-4. But man, those games were super close.
There you go, Whiteboi on the board.
Bitch, you won 30-4. Like, what are you talking about?
And here's the funniest thing though about the Theo thing. So like, Theo will when it comes to like matchups. Theo is like the best with matchups. Hard matchup, soft matchup. Superman soft 6-4. Yeah. Yeah. I like the
Yeah,
Theo.
yeah, Theo's like, I beat
Because-
Silvereye like 10-0.
And Theo
Damn,
would be like,
Silvereye, he's. No, I'm
and
kidding.
Theo's like, well, what do you mean by the Theo's like, well, look, if this character has an 80% life lead, what am I gonna do? Like that actually happened. He said that one time about Harley, in Justice 1. Like, we're like, what? What?
Let me see, Mash. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. So Mash is just talking about the Scarecrow victory screen is scary. Yeah, it's good. A lot of their stuff, a lot of their intro outro stuff is really well done. So big shout out to NRS for that, man. It's a lot of work. So.
I personally think they did a really good job. To be honest, this game out of the box is better than that Infinite that came out in Tekken. If that was this game, everyone that plays Tekken would have no problem. Be like, oh, NRS, DLCs broke again, right? And everyone in our community acted like NRS is the only game that is shat. Who makes games like this, right? And another game puts a DLC character in, and the Infinite is just a dive kick over and over and over again when you're on the ground. You can't find an easier Infinite. And whoops, our bad. If that was NetherRealm, they would have got killed for it.
Yeah.
NetherRealm did a great job out of the box, man.
Yeah, a lot of content in the game, multiverse stuff. Of course, you got story mode stuff. It's nice. I mean, it's really good.
And the customization thing is really, really cool.
That's fun, yeah.
Because casuals, they like that, right? Hey, I want to customize my character. And the moves that really helps too, because it's more than just costumes. It's specials and that kind of stuff, and damage or damage taken. So that's really good. Yeah, there's always something that they can tweak, which is really good for the casuals.
And of course, and again, like they got multiverse stuff, just in case people don't like to play online, etc. There's a bunch of different options. So
yeah.
So it's nice. Yeah, Cats did an excellent job with it. So this matchup, jeez, man, like now it kind of seems like Scarecrow's having a tough time, but beforehand it wasn't like that.
He almost made that right comeback.
Deadshot wins.
Yeah.
Damn, man, not bad. Do you think? Oh, someone was asking. Wait, let me see. Let's see what that said. Do you think abilities could ever make it into competitive scene?
Nope.
How about that?
Never.
No. A lot of that gear and the gear stats are kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo Sub-Zero getting zoned out is just an MKX thing. It's an anomaly. In other games, I don't want to reference MK9, but I don't want to go to a game even later than MK.